Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Friday Frothy. Glenn's gone nanas. Glenny, coronavirus is hitting the world. We've got sporting events that have been shut down. We're going to talk to them. We're going to talk about them tonight.
We are going to talk about them.
Grab yourself a Frothy, guys. Big show tonight. A lot of sports happening and a lot of stuff cancelled because of the coronavirus. This is the Friday Frothy.
Guys, after my reviews, you're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.
Good evening, guys, and welcome back. You got caught doing it. Welcome to the Friday Frothy again on a Friday night, and Glenn and I are just having a bit of a chat about coronavirus and what's happening around the world. And glad to have the viewers with us this evening, mate. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, good.
Other than slapping yourself in the head.
Slapping myself in the head. That was to wake up. No, you're right, mate. No, it's been a pretty good week. We had a pretty balmy day down in Hobart.
It is a bit warm in here, isn't it?
It's a bit warm in the North Melbourne Rhubarb come Frothy Bay.
Oh, I think it's more frothy bar than rhubarb. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Mate, just thank you for everyone for subscribing and joining in and watching the show. We love you coming in and commenting and sending emails and things of what we're doing. And guys, keep an eye on our Facebook page because always updating things happening there, aren't we?
All the time.
Got some good interviews coming up, but as I said last week, a little bit busy at the moment. But they're starting to form. Had a good talk with Darren today, the Olympic rower, and he's
Barnforth.
Yes, thank you very much.
Barnforth.
He's on his way up to Bass Strait as we speak.
He's on the rigs up there.
But he'll be back next week or the week after, and we'll have him on, guys. And he's going to be a gem to talk to because
he is. He's a star, mate. He's a rower.
Yeah. Mate, let's get straight into this.
All right. We will.
We talked last week about the coronavirus and how it was going to affect sport. And obviously during the week, the announcement's been made. The Formula One, the Chinese Formula One, has been...
It's kaput.
It's been canned.
And they're talking about the... St Kilda already, the St Kilda Port Adelaide, is it?
Yeah, when was that going to be? What date was that?
Well, I don't. I think that's some
April,
time
May.
off. Yeah, that's almost canned.
Yeah,
they've canned it as a safety.
Yeah,
so they're jumping ahead, Jeff.
Well, mate,
so that's important.
It's affecting everything, and one of the things I was going to say tonight because I you're right. You're right. No coronavirus in the Frothy bar, please.
VB virus.
Jeez, well, no, not you too. We don't want cobwebs. We don't want coronavirus in the Frothy bar. But guys, what is happening? Formula One have decided they're going to cancel it, and that is in April. So that's still a fair way away. But obviously, they can see that this is going to get worse and it's going to spread. The Formula One guys are now suggesting that maybe Australia do 2 races.
Okay.
So, because we always do the open race for the Formula One, and they suggested that we do 2, and Australia's knocked on the head racing and said, no, we're not doing 2, we're only going to do 1. The Vietnam Grand Prix is also scheduled for the 5th of April, so, and that could be at risk as well. So, I don't know.
Well,
but what I was going to say to you, we haven't heard from Alex Peroni for a while.
We haven't heard from Alex.
Alex,
no, we don't know what
if you're watching, mate.
I think he's back in the car.
Well, I think so, yeah. But how does this affect him?
Well,
because they race with the Formula One guys, so...
well, that's right. I mean, it's, as we spoke about the other week, it's affected trade, it's affected sport, it's affecting everything at the moment, and tourism has taken a massive hit. Cruise boats, planes...
Trains,
taxis, automobiles. That's a film, isn't it?
Ubers, they're all affected.
We're all affected. So,
Alex Peroni, if you're out there watching this, mate, give us send us a text or something like that.
Hero, I know you like the Frothies.
Let us know what's happening, mate, because obviously this is going to affect them as well. The Formula 3 because they race side by side. Yeah. Mate, the other thing is in Union, the Singapore Sevens has also been postponed because of the coronavirus. Although they reckon it's going to worsen, which we all think it is. So it looks like there's so many Asian events that have been put on hold or been cancelled, and that's including golf, motor racing, rugby. As you know, the Australians just played the Chinese team. Was it last night or the night before? Yep. And
that went ahead though,
for a stunning draw. Well, that was here, but they've been locked down in isolation. So I don't know. Well, I think they should lock us in isolation myself. But...
I do too.
Well, that dog next door.
Or the dog. Oh, lady next door with the dog. Your dog's barking again. Just want to let you know, guys. If you hear the dog, that's our neighbour next door. So it's not our dog. No. Which brings me to this, Gleno.
Yes.
I'm talking to Darren.
Barnforth.
Thank you. This afternoon. And if you don't know, guys, he'll be on the Frothy in a couple of weeks' time. He is an Olympic rower. He is a champion. 10 or 12-time Australian champion and a world champion, Olympic champion, Commonwealth Games champion.
And an all-round good guy.
And an all-round good guy. And I said to him, we were talking about the interview and how it was going to run, what we were going to do. And he said to me, I said to him, be good to get your vibe on what you think the coronavirus is going to do to the Olympics. And he sort of had a bit of a laugh, and then he went, oh, yeah.
Could be right.
This could shut down the whole Olympics.
They're already talking about it. And look, all jokes aside, it is that serious. So people travelling and everything else, they're saying, we shouldn't be talking about it, but we've got to talk about it because it's... I think we'll all be staying in their backyard, mate.
Oh, it's real.
For a while.
It's real. Well, let's have a look.
For quite a while.
The
because
Olympics,
you are running a risk.
The Olympics are on in July, and they're
so that's not
already...
far away.
But they're still saying, no, it's going to go ahead. It's going to go ahead, but they're extremely worried that it won't go ahead. And it won't go ahead if this outbreak continues to go. It can't go ahead, can it?
Well, the Russians are not going.
I don't think they're allowed.
That's exactly right. Banned.
They're not in a hurry, are they, the Russians?
Do you reckon they knew what was going on?
Are they?
Yeah, they've been banned. Yeah.
They might have known what was going on earlier.
Maybe the Russians didn't. No, we can't say that because they'll think that
we don't mean
that. No. So anyway, that's a little bit about the coronavirus, guys, and where it's at. If you've got a theory on it,
Mr. Putin,
or Mr. Putin's not watching.
Is he? He could be.
He could be.
He likes his sport.
Kim Jong might be.
Actually interview him. He's strapping for bloke.
He is a strapping bloke.
Could be in UFC fighting or something.
He could be. He rides horses.
He does.
And he doesn't just ride them bareback. He rides them barebacked.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear a shirt.
Anyway,
let's move
Putin right.
He's pretty ribbed and buff.
Oh, I'm pretty ribbed as too. But
yeah.
Anyway.
What have we got, Jeffy?
Well, mate, before we get on to the show, ladies and gentlemen, which I'm not saying this year, ladies and gentlemen, but before we get on the show,
ladies and gentlemen,
viewers and listeners out there, if we decide to podcast this, but congratulations to Anna Mears, mate.
The little...
during the week?
Little girl?
Little girl.
Yeah.
Well, she's a daughter. Is that a little girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, in your eyes.
She was cute. I saw the show.
I've even got the name. Evelyn Betty Mears Flieger.
Evelyn Bet.
Is it Bet or Betty? Because it's got an E on the end. B-E-T-T-E.
How? You're the school teacher?
Betty.
Bet.
Could be a different name of saying Betty.
It's like Glenn's Bet.
All right. Don't need to argue with me.
Oh, no. I just thought, And weighing in a 3.39 kilos. Well done to Anna and your partner. I don't know who your partner is, Anna.
He's the coach of the Australian cycling team. By the way,
we should know who that is. Write in, let us know. Phone us in.
Guys, just to let you know out there.
Well done, Anna.
And Anna, if you're watching, congratulations. But I did send a message to Anna about coming on the Frothy, and she said, I'm about to have a child.
Absolutely.
But after I've had everything goes through and we're all right, she's coming on the Froth, guys. So Anna Mears will be coming on the Frothy to have a bit of a talk to us about her Olympic and world career.
Well, that'd be fantastic. You just might bring the a little level, and she might just have her in arms talking to us.
I hope so.
A little bit like
Ash Buddy with a niece. I hope so.
Yeah,
I think
that'd be nice.
A good thing. So congratulations, Anna. Can't wait to have you on the show.
Well done.
Nick Lenny, just before I said we will start the show right now, but we do have someone we have to thank, and that's our sponsor of the show, Corey's Garden and Landscaping.
Again, every week. Great job, mate. Keep up the work. And what more can we say?
If you're in Hobart, guys, you want anything done in your yard, depending on decks, not balustrading, that's you.
Oh, no, he does everything.
Decks and anything to do with landscaping, get on to Corey's Garden and Landscaping. And here's a little bit for you, Corey. And thanks again, mate. We really appreciate everything you do for the Froth.
Thank you.
So, Glennie and viewers and listeners, we have a segment on the show that we do every week called Out With It. And Out With It, Glennie, is...
Of course, it's like I say every week, Jeff. things that we gets on our goat. I say that, not on my sheep, but goat.
Go.
'Cause that's a saying, on our goat. And there's plenty that happens in the world of sport each week, mate, that gets on our goat.
Well, mate, I've got a couple.
What's on our goat?
I've got a couple tonight, and a lot of people won't know this one, but if you're...
Intro?
Sorry?
Did you like the intro?
Oh, yeah, let's have it out with it. Out with it! Thank you very much. That's out with it.
It is out with it. We're out with it.
Yeah, a little bit in front of myself there. But, guys, if you follow the darts, you'd know that there's been a lady, Fallon Sherrock, who's starting to take it to the guys.
I saw her.
Yeah,
remember going
Fallon?
back a while ago?
Yes,
and cleaned up.
And she's done it again.
Absolute
She's
star,
she
is.
played
Lovely.
Jimmy Durant today.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah, and tied. But every time she plays, Glenn, and the reason I bring this up is because the culture in Australian women's sport is to bag them and to put them down, and
Well, that's not necessary.
well, it's not necessary
Because
but
they're going to have a red hot crack.
but if you go onto a website with women's sport, it's just people who are bringing them down and saying you're crap, you shouldn't be there, you shouldn't be doing it.
Because they're not good enough to be there.
Well, no,
They've got no guts.
But this is the complete opposite, guys, because what is happening is when Fallon plays, I struggle to say her name, Fallon. Yeah. When she plays darts against the guys, the crowd are on her side.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what I couldn't
and they're booing the crap out of the blokes. They want the blokes to lose. They want her to win. So it's completely the opposite to what we've got here in Australia, where the guys are booing the girls. They don't want them to be part of any sport.
England.
But over in England, see, they're supporting this female dart player,
Yes, they should.
Well, they are, but it's to the point now where it's sort of over the top, where they're
darts. You're talking about darts.
Yeah, no, they're all
darts
drunk.
Darts is over the top.
Well,
yeah.
it's a great sport. It's a great sport, and more people should do it. But I just wanted to throw that out there. And if you guys out there in YouTube land, if you want to have a quick look, just YouTube, do a search on Fallon Sherrock.
Yeah.
And
Not Sherlock.
Not Sherlock.
No.
And just have a look at the way that they're supporting this female dart player. And
Well, we probably need some more. So she will, with her success at the moment, perhaps there's more ladies that will get to that level, because it does take a lot to get to that level.
the one over there behind the bloody keyboard, mate.
She's not bad.
She's well and away.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I don't want to practice too much. We'll never get a look in, mate.
mate, during the week, a couple of things have happened. Your mate, what's his name? Your Hawthorn guy,
Mr. Kennett.
yeah,
Jeff.
No, Jeffrey.
Uncle
Jeffrey
Jeff
Kennett. He's
Uncle Jeff.
he's decided this is his last year at
He's only
Hawthorn.
going to do 6 years, mate, and he's
That's-
coming up to number
How does that make you feel?
10. I think he's done his time, and
Done a good job.
yeah, he pulled us out of the poop.
Was that where was he?
Last
Was,
year,
was
well,
that-
last year he'd given it up, and we got a like I can't remember her name now, female executive, very highly thought of, and she started the job, and corporate lady, and
Didn't finish it.
just didn't finish the time there. So Jeff basically came back
Jumped
in
back
on the
in?
back of that, mate,
Okay.
to help the club. But I think he steered whoever's there now. He steered them again in the right direction.
Mate,
and,
I
'cause
think-
that's all your back and bone, or your back and
Back and bone.
your backbone. Sorry,
I
of your football.
I think Jeff Kennett is a tremendous. Yes, mate. Sorry. Yes.
Just keep going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretend.
All right.
New person on the chat. Just saying.
Oh, Ryan Paul, is it? He's on chat tonight. Oh, there we go.
Well
G'day,
done, Ryan.
Ryan.
Good on
Thanks,
you, mate.
thanks for joining us, mate. I hope you enjoy what we're doing, mate.
Frothy
And,
with,
if
Ryan.
you've got any questions, throw them through, mate,
Yeah.
because we're just speaking a load of crap at the moment. But because we're talking Hawthorn, I hope you're not a Hawthorn supporter, but we are
Oh,
speaking.
no,
like
we was talking about the
No.
well, he was a Victorian premier.
Yeah, and I think he did a great job. He got all the sports and everything happening in Victoria, and he's been very good
He's
for your
passionate.
club, mate.
He's like most.
He's like an Eddie Maguire, and he's like
they're
a
all
James
passionate.
Brayshaw. They've
They're
done a
all
great job.
passionate. Yeah.
But the reason I talk this story on out with it is during the week that they were going to Steve Hocking, the rules
Ex-Geelong.
committee,
Yeah.
they decided that should they rebrand AFL football to AFLM because we've
Well,
got AFLW for
maybe
women's. Do we,
tripe.
what a load of what?
Tripe.
Tripe.
Yeah, absolute junk. I mean, they call it AFL, isn't it? Women's,
Yes.
and that's fine.
Yes.
But that's how they branded that.
Yes.
It's never
AFL
been AFL men's.
No.
They're not going to call it AFL men. But
No.
Where's that come from?
Well,
Steve Hockey. I don't know if he's been a bit warm over in Melbourne.
I don't know, but guys,
might have been in the sweat box.
you need your head
Might
ready.
have been in the sauna too
what
long
you
over
need,
there,
so.
Steve. Come on, mate, you're better than that. Anyway, I sounded like another person. Sorry, I'll keep going.
That's all I've got with Al. You got anything for Al this week?
Nah, not really, no.
No,
No, I think
you
you covered
don't,
that.
You don't get upset very often.
No, I could. Well, I mean, the segment will just go far too long, but I'll probably have something more to say next.
All right, all right.
Well,
Okay.
out with it.
That was out with it. Out with it. Now, g'day, Renee.
Renee. Going up there,
Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having.
Hope you're
dry.
not in a rowboat up there, Renee.
Yes.
And Ryan laughed out loud, obviously, about you two talking crap.
Yeah, well, Ryan, that's what we do. And if you join us here on a weekly basis, sometimes we have some really good interviews, don't we? We
love talking
and we've got
crap.
some really good ones coming up. But that's pretty much what we do, mate. Is we just talk crap. So
Well, we're going to go. What are we going into? I might
mate,
jump into basketball.
no, actually,
No?
I'm going to throw this over to the producer.
Oh, the
And,
producer.
After we've done that, we're going to do your basketball. But guys, once again, if you're new to the show, we let the producer run loose here, and she has her own segment called Odd Sports. And
like Odd Sports.
we don't know what she does. And
odd, isn't it?
last week it was a bit odd. But
It's always odd.
what do you got this week, Alzo?
What do we
This
got?
week I've got cars, ice, and an Olympic sport.
Oh God, we're talking drugs. Go on, let's go.
Here we go. And tonight, in the wonderful world of odd sports here on the Friday Frothy, we are talking curling. Who can forget the age-old era of video game curling? That was a hoot. Ha ha ha! But that was boring as bat guava until we invented backyard curling. Nothing like rugging up and heading out into the freezing cold. Or during the day, what about a little bit of let's risk our life standing on thin ice to curl? Or my favourite, bored housewife curling with the Dyson. Don't forget hair curling. Or how's about a good old spot of actual Olympic curling with such intense focus and concentration and scrubbing and look at that kettle go. But no, we're not talking about any of these types of curling in our segment tonight. We are talking about car curling. Car curling, or auto curling, is a new and unusual sport that has come out of Russia. The Ural city of Ekaterinburg hosted an exhibition competition in 2017 with which teams used cars rather than the stones that are used in traditional curling. In the exhibition competition, 4 teams of 10 pushed compact ochre cars towards giant curling markings painted on the ice. There was no engine power or brooms used. A driver steers the car toward the target, while the other 9 give it a big push. Similar to the real curling sport, the team closest to the centre of the target wins. The cars had the glass removed for safety, as well as the motors removed, so it was lighter and slid better on the ice. This whole event was actually created by insurance companies in Russia to highlight the dangers of driving on black ice. So there you go. Car curling. And that was this edition of Odd Sports.
That's a bit of a bug because we're still watching it, but we're a bit delayed here. So I hope you're not putting curling down there, Bally. Because
Not at all. I absolutely love it. We were going to enter a team.
We still can.
We can.
We were going to
We
enter
will.
a team.
Coronavirus might stop the Friday Frothy team and the curling at the next Winter Olympics,
Love
but
curling. Love curling.
where'd you? That's a good one. You like that one? You do that? You'd do that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
What, with the Dyson or the car?
Oh, the
or-
car. Throw
car.
some cars
Oh,
around.
no, that'd
Throw
be
some
good.
cars around.
Be good.
Hey, there you go. Well, congratulations to that one, Lee. Odd Sports tonight. That's a nice one. We'll watch that later on. As I said, we're a little bit delayed here, so I can get to see the whole of that.
Okay. Look,
You started talking a bit like Beaker then.
jumping straight into.
No, we're not, because that was Odd Sports.
Oh, no, I already had it at the end.
Oh,
It's
there
on-
you go,
you're
jumping
on.
right in.
Sorry, You're on now.
Sorry, Ryan. See how loose we are.
I'm jumping into basketball now. That's NBA basketball.
Really?
The Pelicans, and I'm not talking about
Hey.
my nose.
The Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
You're being a bit mean.
What?
The Pelicans.
What's that to be placed for?
Oh, sorry. I
Zion-
thought you were having a crack.
No, Zion Williamson, the young star over there. He makes history, Jeff. 32 point game.
Yeah.
Which is And he's helped the New Orleans Pelicans.
How many points have you thrown in your day?
Well, it probably would take me all season to get 32 points, I can tell you. At any rate, they defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder, which isn't now mates from Oklahoma.
They are, yes.
Oklahoma.
Yes. The Sooners and Donny.
And Donny,
And
how you
what's-
going over there?
And his wife's name?
Michelle.
Oh, Glennie.
Well, I see.
You amaze me.
I haven't had too many bits.
Well done.
Anyway, his 32-point game was a sensation, and it's followed his 20. I think it's 6 times now consecutive.
Yeah.
A 20-point game.
Right.
His youngest player in NBA history, Jeff, to do so. What do you reckon, mate? Not bad for a 19-year-old. What are your thoughts on him?
They're saying
Next-
our Simmons. They're saying,
Yes.
step aside, mate. This guy's coming through. That's basically
Now,
what they're saying.
You pointed out to me. I think we got. He's a Kiwi.
Well, I think he is a Kiwi.
Well, we think so.
Which,
Is he?
just while we're talking about that, Razor Ray and Captain Fettuccine are both over in New Zealand, I think, at the moment. So
Oh, are they? They're back over there.
if you're watching,
how you
guys,
going over there, guys?
Yeah.
Probably going fishing over there.
No,
with,
Razor went to a wedding today, and
Did he?
she's going out to do something tomorrow. So,
hello,
hello guys,
Razor.
hope you're
Yeah.
watching. And sorry, Glenn. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking
no,
at New
no,
Zealand.
I was
Yes,
just saying,
yes.
So not bad for a 19-year-old kid, mate. So he could be, after what's been a pretty hard couple of weeks and that with the death mate of our
Kobe.
great Kobe Bryant. It's good now to see these young fellas.
He's a shining light.
Yeah, it's a couple of shining lights coming through, mate.
Well, it does give someone
there
someone
you
else a go, doesn't it? Really,
does.
yeah, opens up
I mean,
spots
we
for
could talk a lot
youngsters.
more
and-
about basketball, but I think that's the kid's setting the world on fire. So we'll watch him.
Yeah, and
closely.
while we're talking Oklahoma, Glennie, I just wanted to let the viewers know out there. It's,
What we're doing.
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to link up with a YouTube show, podcast show on the Sooner guys over in Oklahoma, and they love their football.
They do.
Love their football, and
Well, we're gonna
yeah.
do a bit of swapping, aren't we?
Well, we're going to talk on their show, and they're going to talk on our show.
Yeah,
so
well, how good's that?
we can talk to them about a bit of our football, and they're going to talk to us about a bit of their football, and
Yeah,
that's
it should be
gridiron, obviously.
entertaining.
And
Yeah, it should be good.
I've listened to a couple of their podcasts and a couple of their shows, and as they're passionate, more passionate,
passionate.
about Hawthorn.
God damn, mate, they're passionate.
Talking about Hawthorn, let's have a look at a bit of AFL news, mate. We touched on this earlier, Glennie, and I just wanted to throw this in, and I'm not bagging anyone in any way, and my wife, the producer, said this the other day, and it made great sense that we all like to get on board and bag the AFLW players because they can't kick any high scores and they're no good. It's like watching the under 10s. But in saying that, as my lovely wife said, it's not their fault.
No.
They're playing a game that they love. It's the media who are pushing this down people's throat and making them more than what
Well,
they
they're
are.
getting great
Oh,
airplay.
but they are great. No,
They
Oh
are
yeah,
great
yeah.
players. They are.
I hope I didn't come across
No,
wrong there.
We're not doubting their
The-
way their abilities and all the rest
the
of it.
media are pushing a sponsorship corporate deal agenda.
Yes.
yes,
They're
that's
not-
what we're going
And
with here.
that's the problem. The
Yeah.
women enjoying their sport, they do an amazing job, but it's the media. So
And
they're
I-
pushing a corporate agenda.
Yes.
Exactly, and Jeff, what
Yes.
we're talking about is I'd like to see that, even though I've got the great Hawthorn side, the great North Melbourne side down in Tassie, I'd like to see a Tasmanian, whatever they're called, Tasmanian side, which now it sounds like it's certainly got more legs than it has had.
Yeah, talking
But
2025.
they're still talking 5 years.
Yeah.
They actually are belting the
Well-
women's. This is what Al's talking about.
Are you talking men's or women's?
No, I'm just jumping from the men's. I'm just saying that it's going to take 5 years to get Tasmania in. They were one of the first sides to be playing AFL as a state and successful. And I just think that they've pushed the women's ahead because we're talking, as Alison
It's
said,
a chance, opportunity.
it's an opportunity,
Yes.
money,
Yes.
and they're getting more people
I just-
following the game through TV rights
Yeah.
by doing that, Jeff.
Yeah. But are
And
they?
they've got a job.
But
too.
are the ladies on?
It's not their fault.
Oh no, it's not their fault. But are they on TV too soon because their skills aren't there?
Well-
you, like, you and I,
They need it.
we had
They
a
need
talk about
exposure.
this before the
No,
show,
they need
Glennie,
exposure.
and we
Yeah.
talked about the fact that the scores last week we had a game that was 8 points to 9,
Well,
right?
Well,
And
can we work out why?
well, you reckon it's because
I do.
they're all surrounding the ball.
They're all going for the ball like it was when we were juniors. The ball was there, see ball, get ball.
Yes.
But until they actually play their positions,
Yes.
and a little bit like what the AFL's tried to do with the men's to keep the game flowing.
Yes.
And I think that's why the forwards have got no chance because of flooding and everything else. So if they open the game up and probably started and trialled this with the women,
Yep.
and they made them play a little bit more positional footy,
Yeah.
keep the forward line open a bit, perhaps the scores will come, mate.
Thanks very much, Ryan. We'll talk to you soon, mate. Come back and see us again, matey.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think you're 100% right, mate. It's they need some more structure, and you're right. They're all after the ball. They're clogging it in, and it just there's some skills there that they need to learn. I'm under the opinion that it's possible that I think they've gone to the media, to the TV a little bit too quick. I think they're a year in front of themselves. The skills need
They're
to...
certainly well educated in the game. A lot of those, obviously, Daisy Pearce has come back into it. She's just had twins. She came back and made a sensational return for Melbourne and all the rest of it. And they know the game inside out. Some of these ladies, but I just think it's like any side. They've got a handful of stars, and then it drops off. So what drops off? It's the skill level, but if they were taught to play more in position, I think you find the scores that come.
I think you're 100% right, Lenny. Maybe you should be a coach of some
Well,
of those.
we
And
might
they've got some
try
good
that.
coaches out there, though.
That's what I mean.
They've got some good people behind it.
Before I come down, just to prove I do watch it, I mean, St Kilda were playing the Western Bulldogs, and it was the same thing there. Well, although probably making a liar out of myself here, it was 34 to about 6. The Western Bulldogs moved the ball quite well, mind you, it was blowing a gale.
Yeah.
And Nathan Burke, the ex-St Kilda great,
Yes.
he was coaching the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah,
girls.
they're all in
and
good
coaching them
positions.
very well, but I just think, I mean, I don't know how you change it, but I'm just saying.
I think you're.
that may be one way.
You're 100% on the money. And
Yeah.
guys, if you're out there, if you think Glenn's right, let us know. Send us an email.
If you think I'm
write it down
wrong,
below.
I'll cop the abuse.
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think that they need to have positioning, and you're right. They're all chasing the ball, and it's just not getting out, and there's no free flowing game. It's yeah. But anyway, mate, do you remember the grand final, Richmond GWS? Who couldn't forget it? If you're a Richmond
If you're
supporter.
Richmond, you still celebrate.
So it came out today that 3/4 time, Dustin Martin was
Dusty.
he got a penalty. He got a free kick. Oh, sorry, free kick. He got a free kick awarded against him.
Yes.
For holding the ball, and at the time he said, "Oh, for F's sake," at Ray Chamberlain. All right, and he gave away a 50-metre penalty. Not that it mattered, because GWS got absolutely smacked. They got it handed to him. But something that we didn't know, and it's come out in the media today, that Ray Chamberlain's come out and said, at the 4th quarter, at the very start, Dusty came up and said, "I'm really sorry, mate. I just got really angry. I shouldn't have said what I said." They had a hug.
Well, there
you go. Dusty Martin, the tough guy from Richmond,
Well,
having a hug
he's
with
mellowed.
the Razor Ray Chamberlain. So
He's mellowed. He hangs out with.
that's a good story.
Yeah, it is a good. It is a good story. So
Good story.
Not a negative one, is it? It's a positive.
No, here's a negative one. Dane Beams has been involved in a
That
car
is
accident,
negative,
mate.
and poor bloke. I feel sorry for him. I don't know.
Danny, I don't think he'll come back. But
well, apparently he's not too bad, is he?
no, well, he's retired at December. Not retired, but he's taken leave of the game again, like so many people do because of mental health.
which we we were a big
But,
but,
so minor injuries, Glennie, but
Yeah.
another setback to Dane Beams, I think, coming back to Collingwood. So
reckon he's gonna. There might be a battle. No,
you got any?
I've got a little bit on
there?
footy, mate. Actually, I didn't tell you about this.
No.
Just a little bit about the
is like-
Roo News. That's your team, North Melbourne.
Oh, the big man.
So
He's done a calf, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, but they had a bit of an intra-club game down there at North Melbourne, and Ben Brown, he was injured.
Can I interrupt you for 2
You
seconds?
can.
Just because you said intra-club, and I'm sorry, I'll come back to your story.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you hear today that Collingwood and Geelong had a game?
Yeah, I saw it,
That is odd.
and it was no tackling.
No, it was on.
Oh no, it was tackling. Sorry, that no boundary throw-ins and all that.
Right.
It was modified.
Yeah.
No, sorry,
But
you're
I just
right,
couldn't
it was
believe. I
modified.
know Geelong had done it with North Melbourne, but
Yeah,
Collingwood.
I know. Must be a lot of love, is there, down there at the moment?
I'm going. Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. to
No,
interrupt.
I was just
Go
going to
ahead.
say that obviously Jack Zeeble, he's another one out.
Yes.
He was watching
Yes.
from the sidelines, as was big defender Robbie Tarrant.
Oh, Jackie Zeeble, you're a hero. mate.
They unleashed young Aidan Bonner, the GWS
Tell me more.
guy, and he looked pretty good. Apparently, they reckon he's fitting in beautifully. Or
What do we know about
seamlessly,
him? What do we know
seamlessly.
about him, Glennie? Where was he?
Well, we
What's he-
know that he's an Aboriginal boy that showed a lot of promise at GWS.
Yep.
Probably in his first couple of years, very hard there because there's so many good players. But I think he may have got a couple of niggles, and anyway, I think he wanted more game time.
Yep.
I think he was very low.
What position does he play, mate?
Well, I think he's one of those guys. He's got a bit of height. He can play through the midfield, play half forward, wing. So he's a bit of a utility, and he'll add pace
Yeah, okay.
to
Nice
North
work.
Melbourne.
Nice work.
So I was just going to say, so he should be good for the engine room there. But hopefully Ben Brown, I think it's only a
Hope so.
minor little thing down there, mate. But apparently, and the biggest part of that news, and I didn't even say what it was, but it's good to see old Majak Door back, mate, and he impressed all across the. I think played centre half back.
Yeah.
In with the other big fella being out, and
be terrible.
apparently played very, very well.
Mate, it's
so that'd bring tears to your eyes, wouldn't it?
Well, no, mate, tears.
Of happiness.
Yeah,
Of
of happiness. It's such a shame because Majak was really starting to play well before that incident.
He did, mate.
Look, people said that he wouldn't get back, Leno.
No, and he looks good, and let's hope for the guy that he's a talent. I think what we said is now he's in his rightful position, and his rightful position is back.
Yeah.
So I think they pushed him forward before. They tried him here, they tried him there, chucked him in the ruck, but I think down back, mate, is the go for him.
Mate, good segue into the next segment, mate, because talking about people with talent, and you can't go any further than young Scotty McLaughlin.
Oh, yeah, IndyCar.
Man, as we said last week, he's going
Touch 'em
over.
up.
He's going over to watch to race in the Indy 500, and he's gone over there, and he's had terrible time with practice because of the weather. He hasn't had any time out in the car.
Another New Zealand flyer.
Bloody hell, he's third fastest.
Yeah, I know.
Third fastest on the track.
Isn't it scary for his opposition? Because
Who the hell's this guy?
Who's the hell? And he's only going to get better. So he's like a good red mate. Like a fine wine. It'll only get better, mate.
So the other good news
New Zealand.
is while he's over been in America doing
where
the
he's from,
testing
mate. From New Zealand.
from New Zealand, he's over there doing the testing for the IndyCar and absolutely ripping it up. Tim Slade, who is now his co-driver for the Enduro series, which is Bathurst and Gold Coast. And,
Come fill the noise.
well, yes, come fill the noise. Tim Slade's doing a great job in the car over in practice here. So there's a lot
That's
happening
good
in the
in-
Team
in-
Penske number 17 car. So
Well, as I said, he's a talent, so it's good to see him making inroads straight away. Let's hope he stays safe and keeps the car on the track, mate.
well, mate, let's have a quick little talk about cricket. And I'm going to throw... Well, let's first of all start off with the Alan Ball medal.
Yeah, so...
Any surprises for you? David Warner, you got a picture there, Al? Alan Warner?
not-
Annalise Perry?
Not when I watched it. When you went through the games, probably not really. I thought it was pretty fair. I think he.
A lot of people still criticising him because he was the sandpaper gate and it was his fault. He's done his time.
But the thing is, that's it. You move on. Look, they let him back in, and I mean, he didn't kill anyone. Sorry to say that, but he did his time.
You heard it here. That's,
He did,
that's,
he did,
that's
as you said,
great.
he did his
100%
time, and he's
right.
come in and they did their penance. It hurt him in the old.
Probably got
Pocket,
they
back
probably got
pocket.
penalised more, Glennie, than anyone else around the country, around the world for doing this thing.
Absolutely, and there's a lot get caught. In fact, there was. I won't mention the incident involved a Pakistani guy, so I won't mention it that he was match fixing. I won't mention it at all, really, because it wasn't one of them. There was actually three of them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What do they get? They get a game where these,
no,
these guys
they-
get 12 months.
No, I think they did jail time actually.
Oh, really? Jeez.
No, but this was real bad. It was a bit more than what the guys did on the field.
Congratulations, David Warner. Congratulations, Elise Perry. She's a star.
She's an absolute star.
She's a star. She could be an she could be a model. She could be a
She can bowl, bat,
yeah.
and
What else?
run.
She plays another sport as well. I think she played.
Does she? Does she play netball, does she?
Oh no,
No?
I think she was not a cricketer. No, sorry, she is a cricketer.
No, she's a cricketer.
A soccer player. I think she was a soccer player, football. Yeah,
I
and
don't
she
know,
was,
but she's
and
a
she was
talent.
very good, but she decided to go down to cricket. So
At any rate,
well
it
done,
was
guys.
well deserved. So,
Mate,
well deserved.
the Australian team left today, Glennie, and heading to South Africa for the repeat of the Sandpaper Gate.
Someone was missing.
Well, someone is missing, and it's Glenn Maxwell and
What, the Big Show?
The Big Show.
No, he's no show.
No,
Hey,
here's the no show.
I'm going to say, take me hat off to you, mate. Jeez, it's hot in here.
Well, Gleno, it was only last week that we said, oh, would you really want to jump on a plane while things are going on with the coronavirus, and he probably wants to stay home. Maybe he's watched the show.
I think he said, I'm not going. Because D might like VV too.
VV.
VB
A lot of people
virus.
would be frightened by that.
Of course they would.
Why would you
Of course
put
they
yourself at risk?
Well, you're not going to.
I'll tell
And
you
we
here.
only are joking, but we don't. We
Well, we're
only...
not-
we don't know for sure, but
we're
you
not-
know.
We're
he's-
having a bit of fun.
He's got a shoulder a elbow injury that
Yeah.
that needs surgery, and but the Australian cricket team or the board
Yeah.
are actually a little bit disappointed. The fact that they think that they could have got him through with injections.
Well, they've sent Darcy Short, our man.
Mm.
Well, he plays for the Hurricanes, but he's a Western Australian boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ex-Darwin. But they've sent him over, and you'd probably think... No, I know why they've sent him, because he can bowl leg spin.
Yeah.
Now, I was thinking, we spoke about last week, Jeff, and as you said, I meant probably Stoinis. We thought, because he bowls.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you put Stoinis in if Maxwell's not going?
Yeah, because he's an opener, isn't he, Darcy Short? So
That's what you did earlier on.
Yeah, I'm not doing it again to do it.
Why would you not replace Maxwell with Stoinis? But anyway, tell us what your thoughts are there, guys.
Yeah.
Mate, just very quickly, just running over a bit more cricket. Matthew Renshaw's come out and decided that he's going to take a break indefinite from cricket.
I was surprised about that.
Yeah, he's just come off a really good big bash.
He did have a good big bash.
He played quite well for the Brisbane Heat.
Big rooster, isn't he? They're 6'5".
Yeah, but look, mate, in all honesty, and I don't know what your thoughts are, but he's come into this team. He's got picked. I think it was 2017. His maiden game was a test. No, I'm right. Thanks, mate. His maiden test was 100. He got 100 in his first game, and he was touted to be the next best thing. And he was going to open with Warner, and it was going to be like Langer and Hayden. This was the new Langer
his
and
first
Hayden.
couple of digs, he did pretty well.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
As you said.
Now something happened. He dropped a few. Didn't do real well. And he dropped a few. And then all of a sudden, Cameron Bancroft is brought into the team.
Yeah, the Western Australian.
All
boy.
right. Now, what I was going to say to you, how hard is it,
To get in.
well, to try and get that number 2 spot to bat with David Warner? Who have you got? You've got Bancroft. You've got
the guy
Kawaja,
that's dominated now.
Marnus, Lampshade.
Marnus, Lampshade, I call it.
You got Joe Burns.
Yeah.
So there's so many people that they're competing with. To try.
well,
I mean,
Joe-
that's a good thing for Australia. But
Joe Burns is a good opener. I think he needs to probably be a little bit more. It's easy to say for me because opening you're facing the new ball, you're facing their best.
It's swinging, it's fast, yeah.
What he has done, he's held his end up basically for Warner to play his game.
Yeah.
A couple of games he got out fairly cheaply, but then again, I can't say too much because as David Warner, he struggled, didn't he, when he was in England?
Oh.
And because he turned it all around, and they asked him, I said, how did you turn it round, Dave? And it's the same old story, mate, in anything. Just hard work. Just put your head down.
But once,
and he took the ribbing, didn't he? He took the ribbing well.
Well, once again, the public, they wanted to scalp him. Get him out, get him out.
Absolutely.
He's not there, he's not making runs,
he
get him out.
laughed at
And
him.
then bang.
That's right.
He's gone crazy.
That's
so.
the Australian way, mate.
It is. Now, talking about playing well, mate, you've got some stats on today's game. Tasmania against Brisbane.
Crikes, sorry, mate. I had to think about it because they're probably all out again.
Oh.
I mean, it was, I don't know, what was the score?
All out for 78, Tasmania.
All out for 78.
Before tea.
Guess what?
High score runner. I don't even know his
That's
name.
not
He
a
was,
2020.
Was 11.
That's not 2020.
Sheffield
it's not
Shield.
50. It's not 50 over. That is Sheffield Shield or whatever you want to call it, mate. That is a disgrace, you guys. I thought we was going to get Jack Doolan on, wasn't we, later? Old Jack Doolan, old bushranger.
We're trying to get.
We're going to try and get Alex
again.
on. Sorry,
he's just
I called
been
him Jack
busy
because he was a bushranger, but
he's been busy with his cricket
he
commitments.
has. But perhaps when we can get him on, perhaps he can shed some light on what our downfalls, mate. Because we've been we've got some good cricketers. I know they said it was a green top.
They're on the bottom. Old Taz.
Yeah, it's a green top up there, but still, what we don't know how they go.
No, I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any results. I just heard.
So if they get out for 77, then we'll say, well, you know, they didn't do too bad. But if they get 377 or 400, then we're thinking, what's going on?
Well, just declare and just go home to the pub.
I know we are.
Brisbane.
Can I just say we are probably missing the big Riley Meredith.
Yeah,
so we're missing
one of the key bowlers.
150 thunderbolts, but he's not a batsman.
No.
So we've got no excuses.
No, it's not.
Oh, and George Bailey's gone, hasn't he?
Oh, Georgie, yes.
So he's
George
gone,
coming after you
and
again,
Timmy Payne came in, didn't he?
Did he play, did he?
Yeah, Tim Payne's in.
Geez, that'll help,
obviously, Tim, come on, mate. Get him going like this drone time. Let's go.
Any bit of rugby league news, bit of NRL. The Rugby 9 start this evening, pretty much probably on now, to be honest with you. Yeah, check your local guides, guys, because the Rugby 9's return to Perth, Western Australia.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people that play in the Rugby 9s have got their break because they do introduce a lot of the younger players and stuff.
In the shorter, there's less players.
Yeah, so it's a good way for the youngest to get in there and get noticed and go. So as I said, starts tonight, guys. So it's probably on TV now, but don't change over because if you're watching the Froth.
What have we got there with the NRL, mate? Is that what you're going to get?
Yeah. Falau, he's been included in the Catalans Dragons. You know, the Super League team that he's in.
French team, isn't it?
Yeah, he's in the 21-man squad, and for the home match against Castleford on Saturday. So whether he gets picked or not,
no, he'll get picked.
We don't know. You reckon he will? I think
on ability, he will.
I think they deliberately didn't pick him for the first game because of the reason that there was someone who was on the other team.
Oh, okay. I'll get where you're going with it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I do.
Now, next week, guys, if you're an 8-ball champion or if you're an 8-ball fan and you live in Hobart or Tasmania, one of our viewers told us last week that the Workers' Club.
Liverpool Street.
And I'm going to write. I'll just read what he wrote. It's the biggest money Calcutta for pool, and it's happening this weekend. Over 50 of the best pool players in the country.
Well, we're in it.
We're not playing, are we?
Well, we won the
Bridport.
Going back 10 years ago or something. We won the Bridport Open.
Bridport Open.
Cup.
Yeah, we did.
I think about half hour after that I was asleep on the bar. But I mean,
no, you were standing on the wall, and then you look like this.
Weekend at Bernie's, was it?
So, guys, if you have next weekend, we're going to try and get in there, Glennie.
Okay.
We were going to go to the first round of the supercars in Adelaide because that starts next week. So, good luck to Todd Hazelwood.
Well, we'd be there, but we're not going to fly at the moment, are we?
No, we're staying away from
We're staying down in sunny.
Just staying
We're
home
in
just to be on the
confinement.
safe
Yeah,
side.
we're staying down in sunny Hobart at the moment. So sorry about that, but we will get there.
So, guys, hopefully, Wayne, we'll try and get over there. And the Bolt, we haven't seen the Bolt.
We haven't
heard
seen
from
the
the
Bolt.
Bolt
He's
forever.
He's
Bolt's
like
gone quiet.
Yeah, isn't he?
he's like one of those wrestlers. He's parts unknown. You know,
He's a good guy. I like the Bolt.
we do like him.
Like
So come on, mate.
Mate, women's football, let's call it soccer and get in trouble. All right. Did you see the game last night? I didn't watch it. But
We won, did we?
they drew.
Oh, we drew.
And let me tell you, the name, the Matilda star, Emily Van Egmond. She, in added time, she kicked a goal to level the score.
Oh, we was behind.
Which now means that that was against China. So I hope you guys don't
good on you,
fall
China.
ill after playing
No,
China.
you
I shouldn't say
China.
that. That's not bad. That's bad for me to say that.
Well, what, are you going China?
No, we'll hope they don't fall
calling
ill
China.
after playing the China.
Oh, the match. Sorry, mate. I was just calling China.
Because now I'm. What is that? What did that Swami guy say? Don't.
Isolate, don't discriminate.
Isolate, don't
yes.
discriminate.
Yeah,
So,
so worried about discrimination against the Chinese.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not discriminating.
yeah, look, I think
No one is, are they? Oh, they are?
well, no.
That's coming from the Indian Swami.
The Indian Swami said that don't discriminate, just isolate. So Chinese people, if you think people are walking around you and trying not to get near, then they're not doing it because we're discriminating. They're doing it because they're
scared.
isolating and they're scared of getting this thing. So look at us going all political on the show.
I know, you are, I think. Yeah,
But anyway,
too political.
that means the
Bring out the
Matildas.
wheel.
Yeah, well, hang on. The Matildas will now face Vietnam in a 2-match home and away playoff. So to see if they can play in the Olympics, right? So this is Olympic qualifying, Glenn.
Yep.
Now, if we had lost that game, we would have played Korea, and Korea is about number 20 in the world. So Vietnam's a lot lower, which means we've got more of a chance of beating.
To get in.
Yes.
Well, they are one of the, well, as you said, China are one of the top dogs. Isn't it?
Yes.
And USA are
It's
the...
funny you should say dogs. We're China. Anyway.
Well, we're not eating, no. I don't mention that.
Now-
Or raccoons or...
I've got to throw this in, Glenn, because Al, the producer's gone out and she's bought a wheel.
Oh, you want to do that now? You going to do that?
Oh, we got a wheel. We got a wheel.
Wheel, all right? Now, we've got a wheel.
Come on, Jeffy's
I
wheel.
didn't know this was going to come up.
Yeah, and what we're going to do is we're going to put different things on the wheel, and during the evening, oh, jeez, careful. Oh, jeez. Live TV, gotta love it. And
Hang on.
There's the wheel.
There it is.
all right, and we're probably not going to spin it, but anyway, all right.
What will happen is it'll spin around, obviously.
What does it land on?
Well, all I've got is dial and mate, and I can't read that one.
We're gonna have all different things on the
Would you
wheel.
like to take the wheel closer to you? So
No,
you can
you
see
can
better?
get rid of it now.
Why?
It can go.
Oh, can I give it one spin?
Hurry up. Yeah, quick.
Okay.
Look at that wheel go.
Right. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Go.
Thanks for the
Sorry
wheel.
now. Sorry.
Right.
That's the wheel.
Watch the lights. So the wheel will have all these different things, and it could be ring someone. It could be Glenn and I have to do something.
I
or
will be doing some deal. I
new-
might have to
new-
swim the
new,
Derwent or something.
Whatever. It could be something, and whatever spins up, that's what we've got to do. So look out for that. That could
Oh,
be.
if we ask me for viewers to send in some ideas
Oh,
for perhaps the wheel.
well, we could have some ideas there.
Who's got an idea for a wheel segment?
Yeah, chuck us your
Send it
ideas,
in.
guys. Chuck
Send
us
it
your
in.
ideas. Mate,
mate,
I know you're a big fan of the UFC, and a lot of our viewers out there are as well.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao have now got the
They're going
same management. So they're under the same banner. So they now think that it's possible that these two might get in the ring together.
Well, ring a Rosie.
Now, one would think that Manny Pacquiao, as great as he is,
He's not going to...
a bit long in the tooth to go against
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, he jumped in the ring with Mayweather, didn't he, last time?
Oh, yes, I got breaking
And in
news on
actual
him.
fact, he didn't do too bad, McGregor, Conor. And apparently sharp at the moment.
I've got some breaking news on him.
Who?
Mayweather's coming back fighting because he's broke.
He's broke.
50 Cent, the rapper, he reckons he's broke. He's lost all his money.
50 Cent.
Ah.
50
He's only got 50 cents.
50 Cent.
Oh,
So
well,
there's some breaking news for you
well,
guys.
There you go.
that,
Geez, he'd be an age too now, wouldn't he? As well. Mayweather.
Yeah, you would think.
Huh?
Well, he'd be out of shape because he's been spending all his money.
Yeah, well, exactly. Probably been
Overindulging.
having a few Friday frothies or something.
Hello and welcome to the scene.
Welcome to the team over there. Well,
Yeah, well-
we don't really mean that, Mr. Mayweather.
Well, we're on a bit of boxing then, Glenn. I'm a bit amazed because today on the Friday Frothy Fact on Facebook,
fact line.
Frothy.
Frothy Fact, I put up that Muhammad Ali in 1973 on this particular day went 12 rounds toe-to-toe with Aussie... Oh, he's British.
Oh, well, man.
He's British.
Yeah, Aussie Bugner.
Joe
Bugner.
Now, why is he... He's British. He's British.
He's British,
But
but
why
he
do we
lived-
call him Aussie Joe Bugner? Why?
Well, because he came over here and I think we adopted him. He lived in Brisbane, didn't he?
So he's like Crowded House. He's not Australian.
No, it's like a couple of the...
Farlat.
Quite a couple of the Kiwi boys.
He's not far
like, couple of Kiwi
Oh,
boys come
Australia?
over and
No, he's
like
New Zealand.
it's a little bit like Dragon and
I
you know all those sort of.
Dragon. No, one of my favourite bands.
They were good with it.
It's been raining. I wish it would.
Crowded House or Split Ends as they were.
Split Ends. You're talking good stuff there.
Sharon O'Neill.
Mate, I did not know that
Who?
Aussie... Sharon O'Neill. I know Sharon O'Neill.
Yeah, she was New Zealand.
Hey?
He's Hungarian born.
He's hung...
Australian.
Who is?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we knew that.
So he's got 3
No, we didn't
nationalities.
actually.
Pizza.
Hungarian.
A bit to everything.
I
He's
forgot.
a goulash.
We don't mean that, Aussie, either.
No, don't.
I'd love to talk to him. You reckon we can get him on?
Well, I'm not after just...
If you know Joey
Stir it.
Bugs or anybody, just
Yeah, actually, we'll get you on, Aussie.
Someone on Facebook today said that he met him once, and I asked
He's
him,
a
"How
big
did you
man.
meet
Well,
him?"
he did go Muhammad Ali.
I
He
was
did,
just
that's what
about
he
to say to you, Glenn. I did not
Served
know
it
that
up
he
to
went
him.
12 rounds with
Hey,
Muhammad Ali,
yes,
and
and
it was decided on points.
And not many has ever done that.
No. So
So,
Joey,
yeah,
Joe
all-
Bugner,
all
I'd love to have a talk to you on the froth.
praise.
Yeah. Well, one of the guys I know up in Brisbane said he was the Great White Hope.
Yeah.
Which is probably right because of Australian heavyweight boxing. We haven't had much to cherish, have we?
great white. I heard that on a movie once.
Yeah.
I thought actual fact, he said Hungarian, like.
The great. That wasn't on Star
I
Wars.
thought he might have been actually South African,
New
but he
Hope.
wasn't. If he was
Oh.
Hungarian,
The great
Yeah, he was a
New
Bugner,
Hope.
Miss
The
Bugner.
great white
yeah,
hope.
okay.
He was
Same
goulash.
Yeah, Hungarian.
Mate, one more thing before Please
sorry.
Tips, and I just wanted to throw in this because we've interviewed this guy before, and he is on fire again. Jason Belmonte, the best temping bowler in the world, is bowling tomorrow for his 12th, hopefully 12th. I've lost it. He's,
Title.
Yeah, it's not just a title. It's
Grand Slam?
It's sort of like a Grand Slam. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've lost the
Big
plot there.
Kahuna.
It's the
Slam,
Players'
Grand
Championship.
Final,
He's actually
champion,
the top.
champions.
The top 5 tomorrow is starting at 5th. Chris Prather, and then 4th is Marshall Kent. 3 is Bill O'Neill, which is a great mate of Jason Belmonte. 2nd is Jason Belmonte, and then number 1 is EJ Tackett, which we'll meet in a couple of weeks,
Well,
a
we're
couple of
looking forward
months
to that.
here in Tasmania.
In Tasmania.
So Jason, good luck, mate, tomorrow. Hope you can do this. Win this title. That'll take you to 12. He's won 22 tournaments,
Just like mine,
PBA
yeah.
titles.
Just like-
But this is the cream of the crop. So it's sorry, a major. There we go, major.
Major.
Yeah. So there we go. That's me for tonight, and that's me, and that's you, and now it's over to you with Cleve's
Tips.
Tips.
Hello everybody, and today it's time for Cleve's Tips.
Well, we're back on. It's been.
We're back on.
It's fair to say it's didn't have a great week last week, but mainly because we've got wet tracks everywhere. Queensland's been nearly washed out. Oh, they're underwater, so I'd say ding ding, not on tomorrow. And Sydney, which I'm a little bit surprised. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think I didn't see Sydney come up
You're
at
wrong.
all. So they're out.
Yeah.
So that leaves Flemington and Morfettville for our bets tomorrow. Without any further ado, hope you punters have a little bit better luck than what I had last week.
Punters.
But we did have our. I was up. Funny enough, actually having a bet at the Launceston Casino for our 32nd wedding anniversary.
Happy Valentine's, people out there who
Yeah,
celebrate
happy
today and
yes, thanks.
get ripped off by
So,
buying cards and
love you,
presents.
Lev. That was last week, and I still love you now. Happy Valentine to all the women out there and Anna Mears.
Oh,
and
hello.
everyone out there.
They're all your Valentines, are they?
Sorry. There. Let's get straight on to the other fillies, not just
Oh,
let's get on
Phillies.
the four-legged
Clearly
ones.
You're on fire tonight.
Okay, 12:30, race 1. Let's go to race 1. Horse 8, Mount Tabora. 460 fixed. Don't worry too much about these prices. These will change big time.
Yeah.
105, race 2, horse 1, top weight, Paint the Town 2.
I like that. 2.
Yeah, 2. That's just Paint the Town 2.
So you're going to go around
550
painting
fixed.
2s everywhere
Well, that's what he does.
in town.
Race 3 at 140, horse 3, Mr. Cashman.
I like that horse.
630.
I like that horse.
Yep, 630 on the tote, 420 fixed.
That's a good bet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I think it's a good bet. 215 race 4, horse 5, Don Dubhan.
Don't like it.
Dobdunno. I
Don't
can't
like
even
it.
say it.
Don't like it.
Donna Dubbin. That's how I'd say it. $8 fixed. I like that.
Put your ass on it.
I say, sell everything on this.
Yeah, I nearly said shit.
It
There
could
we
be,
go.
Could be a shower.
We don't swear on the froth, and I just said shit.
We're bringing this guy down, not from Darwin. We're bringing him down from Brisbane. 250, race 5, horse 3. He's not going to be paying much, but get in early. you may get put a couple hundred on him.
He could
alligator
be
blood.
He could be the cure for coronavirus.
It could be
alligator
blood. So
get it in you.
Anyway.
They're trying bee stings at the moment, so.
yeah.
Yeah,
So well done.
I like bee stings full of custard and. Sorry, go on.
No, so I was just saying, you just come back anyway. 325 race 6, horse 8. It's what we like to do, even tonight for you people on a Friday night. Big night out. 15.80 on the tote at the moment. It'll never be that. $7 fixed. Race 410, race 7, horse 4, Guy Trash.
You like Guy Trash?
Yeah, I like him.
You like Guy Trash?
I've got him at 18.20 at the moment.
Come
Right now.
on, Glenn. It's never going to happen.
18.20 on the tote and $11 fixed. I'm putting money on him.
Has he won?
Yeah, of course he's won. We've won on him. Race 8, horse 9, Catalan.
Yeah.
260. It's a bit of a lowie, that one, but
small horse.
He could go out. Race 9, horse 12, Star Missile, 550 fixed. Straight over to Muppetville. So that's it. That's the whole 9 at Flemington. Morfettville, race 2, horse 4, 3 legs in.
I've had a couple of nights like that. I think
260 you fix, sorry. Race 3, horse 10, and that's what we do when we go out.
What do we do?
You jive, baby. 34, 10. 34, 10. Like, that can't be right.
Do we?
No, that can't be right. No, $5 fixed.
Do we? No, don't worry about the odds. Do we
34,
jive?
10,
Do we jive, baby? Is that right?
Show us your jive. Show us your
Yeah.
jive.
Did you like that? Now, horse 10. Oh, sorry, race 4, horse 10, Liberty Lover. So there you go, Liberty Lover. So we're all in love tonight, aren't we?
No.
$5 fixed. 301, race 5, horse 4. We're not talking about a fishing rod, a Shimano.
Yes.
Shimano.
You wrote it, mate.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't help with your writing.
Shimano's a fishing rod.
It
Yeah,
is.
no, well, this is Shimano.
All right, good.
So close.
Close.
No, it's a $2 fishing rod.
And this one's a $3.71.
Right.
Fixed. He's fixed at $3.70. Race 7, 421, horse 9. One more Jack. So
Yeah,
people
one
like
more
Jack
Jack.
Daniels.
Wow, Jackie.
So I
Yeah.
thought I'd have to put
Yeah.
money on that, wouldn't we?
Gotta go, Jackie.
Let's put money on that. One more Jack.
Yeah.
Well, we've got
$7 on the
Nick
tape.
and Jack.
$4.60.
Hey, just put that out there, Glennie, for
That's his
Al's
middle name.
Al and her family who lost their father
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
a couple of weeks
sorry.
ago.
Yeah,
Jack, we
yeah.
all miss you, and I hope
We will.
everyone in the
So one
family's
more.
doing well,
We're gonna
guys.
have it.
We're all
We
thinking
will.
of you. So yeah,
We will. Sorry. Yes.
Betting on the Jack. Is it a grey?
I
If it's a
don't
grey,
know.
it's Jack. I'll put my bloody house on it.
No, you won't. What do you got there, Glennie? Last
Race
one.
9, horse 1, Exalted Loretta at $5.50. I think that might be our winner.
There you
So all the best to punters out there in
Can't say
punting
that.
land.
You can't keep calling our viewers
Punters.
punters.
You can.
Punters.
Sorry, I thought he was saying something.
And to Ricky Ponting, he's called punter too.
Yeah, well done, Rico.
Rick.
He reckons that there was a culture in the team for the Sandpaper Gate that.
I read that.
Yeah, he just said that there was no leadership.
He said he wished he grabbed hold of a couple of those guys early and they had a bit older, couple of older guys that was with the team. So anyway, we live and learn, mate. We make mistakes.
We do.
As clear steps.
Thanks.
Hello, everybody, and today it's time for Cleve's Tips.
And just in case you heard that, that was the next door neighbour's dog barking again. So well done to the dog.
We were tipping he was going to bark again.
It's a lovely dog, but not his fault, I suppose.
Takes you down getting muted.
But anyway, that's all we have for you tonight,
Yeah.
guys. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Hope you have a great weekend, Glennie.
We will.
We're going to have a couple of beers.
We're going to
and
have a
hop in
few
the spa,
froths.
I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to. It's balmy over here,
Yeah,
mate.
it's Valentine's Day, so we might have a
Going
bit
out
of a
lazy
bit of a
Miami spa, that blow up jobby.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend,
Anyway, have a
everyone.
great weekend. All the best.
Subscribe if you like what we're doing, and hang tight, guys, because we've got
We
a
have got
fantastic guest coming up very shortly, and they're going to start to.
They're going to keep coming. So we just got to put up with us at the moment, but you know, it's all good.
We're just lining up some cows, so the ducks are in line.
Yeah, exactly.
What does that mean?
God knows.
Good night, everyone.
No idea.
Ah, happy frothy.
Guys, after my reviews, you're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.